You know, that would help if I turn the microphone on. It is the big broadcast. We are live coast to coast on AMFM247.com today. Tune in, iTunes. Of course, you can get a hold of us at JiggyJaguar.com. Yes, indeed. If you want to be part of AMFM247.com, I encourage you to go over to AMFM247.com. Get in touch with Jason, and he will hook you right up. So our next guest, we are going to go to the telephones once again. And we are going to get a hold of our next guest. Kris is going to join us. Kris will be with us. We're going to go find Kris. Where is Kris?
Kris Kiser.
There's Kris. How are you, sir? It is James Lowe giving you a call for your radio interview. How are you, sir?
Hey, man. How are you? All
Pretty good, actually. We have got Kris Kiser with us today. Joins us live here on our big program. And, Kris, you are involved in all sorts of different things. You are a industry expert when it comes to all sorts of things. So give us a little bit on the topic today, my friend, and then we'll talk a little bit about this checklist and everything.
Well, it's about winter curb appeal. And talking about winter, it's a perfectly timed. I'm here in the Mid-Atlantic, Metro D.C., just came in from snow blowing. So we got lots and lots of winter weather, so I can speak to winter. And I can speak to outdoor power equipment. I have a big snow thrower that I don't get to use very often, but it was critically important today and made the job a lot easier.
So the folks in the New York area got nailed with lots and lots of snow last weekend. I was seeing people on Twitter comparing the New York winter weather to an episode or a scene out of Empire Strikes Back. There was all sorts of things going on. Explain to me, first of all, what a snow thrower is, because I've heard of all the other things, but I don't know what an actual snow thrower is.
It's a piece of outdoor power equipment, typically a large engine or a large battery product with an impeller and auger, right? And it's the machine you see people walking behind that's it's got a big auger in the front, and it pulls snow in and blows it.
Yeah.
They come in all different shapes and sizes. Mine's a pretty good size. Again, like folks in New York, here in Metro D.C., we don't get a lot of snow, but if we get a nor'easter, which is picking up moisture off the Atlantic, it can go from, I got 10 inches, but it can get to 20 pretty quick. And that's where that kind of deep, heavy, wet snow, the snow thrower does the work, right? So that's an awful lot of work for a shovel.
I will have to say that I have done my fair share of shoveling over the years, and it sucks. It is just not it is just not the hip cool thing to do. So with this whole snow thrower concept, what does that basically just is it like a lawnmower? You pretty much just walk it over the snow and it picks it up, throws it, or how does this work exactly?
It's got a big chute in the front and swirling blades, and so you want to be very, very mindful of the machine. The machine's doing a lot of work. It pulls the snow in, and then push a two-stage or one stage. So a two-stage, the auger pulls it in, and the impeller throws it through a chute. And mine's pretty good size, and so you can throw it into the neighbor's yard if you want. We don't advise that. And it does it very clearly. The key to winter stuff, or the key to outdoor power equipment, is planning. So if you know you're going to get weather, and like most snow or hurricanes, you know it's coming, right?
Yes.
So you got to plan for it. And the key to engine equipment nowadays is fresh fuel. The lifeblood of an engine is oil and gas. And so you've got to get fresh gas. Gas has ethanol in it now, and so you can't let it sit a long time. Rule of thumb now, buy it and burn it. So you want fresh gas for the season, whether it's the winter season, your snow thrower, or your lawnmower, and the key is to burn that equipment dry when you're going to put it up for the season. The other thing to always remember about a snow thrower, this is a big, powerful machine. Never, never, never put your hand or arm in the snow chute.
Yes.
And there's a little tool that comes with it, and that's what that's for. But that's what you got to know, and the machine will do the work.
So, has there been cases in the past of people doing that, putting the putting their limbs and everything into the snow thrower?
Well, regrettably, whether it's a jet ski, a boat, an automobile, a pickup truck, or a lawnmower, snow thrower, people don't always use them wisely.
Yeah.
And that's the key, is to know the machine. Now, again, a lot of times they may look the same, whether it's a lawnmower, portable generator, or snow thrower. A lot of portable generators now out in this weather. That's also critically important. Is to know your machine, and it may sound trite, but it's key to read your owner's manual. Look, a snow thrower, mine's self-propelled. The machine does all the work. You just have to be able to push down the handles. You have to know what you're doing. Again, preparation is key. And when you do put it up dry, store it in a safe, dry space, and it'll treat you well.
Awesome. We have got a tremendous guest with us today. Joins us live here in our broadcast. So, do you know roughly how long this technology has been around?
Oh gosh, really long time. Several of our members have museums.
Yeah.
And lots and lots of old products in those museums, and so certainly the 20s, 30s, these machines were around. Now they're a whole lot safer. A lot more enclosed apparatus. There's a lot of my organization is a SDO, a standards development organization. We create safety standards for all of this equipment. And so, they've made a lot of progress. I mean, it's like an automobile. I mean, you can get the hand warmers on them. They're self-propelled. Mine has a headlight. So these are very consumer-friendly. I do want to mention, on the equipment side, obviously we represent power portable generators as well, like snow throwers and lawnmowers. If you're using it in the winter, a lot of people in this nor'easter are going to be without power. We got a lot of snow, a lot of ice, and now a lot of wind is coming. And so we got a lot of limbs down. And so people are going to want to use their portable generators because they're very easy to use. The key is you have to use them a safe distance from the house. And the key to, again, planning, make sure you have the cords that are long enough, to carry the load, but long enough so that they can be operated a safe distance from the house. Never in the garage, never in the breezeway, never on the porch, never near an open door or window. So that's something you need to plan for in advance.
We have got a great guest with us today. He joins us live here on our big program. One of the things that you mentioned the gasoline aspect of this, and you've mentioned the safety aspect, and how long does it take to get one of these things rolling? As far as, because sometimes with lawnmowers, you gotta start these things over and over and over till you can just get them off and running. Are snow throwers like that, where you've got to pull a cord to get it started, or how do these work?
Yeah, it's a short pull though. Nowadays, if you're spending a lot of time to get your lawnmower started, something's not quite right. Part of that is preparation and planning. So again, if you run them dry when you're ready to put them up, do not let fuel sit in them anymore, because they'll gum or they'll absorb water. Alcohol, ethanol will absorb water, hygroscopic, and the fuel will phase separate. That's a lot of problem for your machine. So if you simply run it dry, keep it clean, and you keep it in a dry area, it should start. Now, mine hasn't been running 2 years. True story. I got fresh gas day before yesterday because I knew the snow was coming. First pull. 2 years fired. So part of it is making sure you have fresh gas and that you've done the right setup when you put it up for the season. These things are very easy to start now. There's typically a half pull on this, or they might have an electric start. Mine you can plug in and then you just push a button and it'll start that engine. A lot of machines now have an electric start on them, which make them very, very easy.
Tremendous. Well, before we let you go, my friend, how do we get in touch with you online and get involved with everything you're doing, my man?
You bet. I'm at opei.org. That's the Outdoor Power Equipment Institute. We're the trade association for equipment makers, and our education arm is the Turf Mutt Foundation, having reached 70 million kids, teachers, and families, teaching them the importance of the outdoors, and nature starts at your back door.
Fantastic. Well, you are a tremendous spokesperson, by the way. I will have to say you've answered all my questions and more. So this is great. I would love to do this again at some stage of the game. I guess thanks for doing this, my friend. Thanks for being on with us today.
Real pleasure. Anytime.
Thank you, man. There he goes. And that was that was educational, I guess. AMFM247.com. Thanks for joining us. We are going to take a brief time out. When we come back, we've got more coming up. Niall Nickel on the way.